Okay, this is the intro to my next video. I'm going to compile and into order that, not necessarily how it occurred, but I've had a pretty exhausting day, hell, a week for that matter. This might be a very long video. I'm still going to cut and paste different parts of it and try to get it in sequence, but frankly I was a frazzled mess. I'll go over kind of a review of what happened. I took my RV into Camping World to get the sink and the water issue fixed, and they were telling me, oh, your outlets don't work because of your D circuit in your bathroom. You got to push that. Well, any idiot knows that, and I checked it out. I checked out the fuse box and I found out that there was a fuse missing. Now, I've been testing my off-grid stuff on, in the background of videos. I didn't video any of it. I just went because I didn't want to look like an idiot, even though I almost always do. Excuse me. And when I talked with the service department, they were like, it's just a new RV. I mean, things happen. I'll accept that. Things happen, but on a scale that's happened to me, it's just kind of like startling. Today, the wind-resistant door failed to resist the wind, and I was outside picking up trash that the wind was blowing around. I mean, my chairs and tables and stuff that I sit outside on. And man, that door slammed so hard it broke. That's how hard the wind blew it. It stuck in place, and I was outside. I had no keys, no phone, and I couldn't get back in. I mean, I tried as hard as I could. The door wouldn't open. So I went over to my neighbors and asked them if they had any kind of like crowbar things, and they handed me 2 crowbars, a slender one and a thick one. And I came back to the door and I pried it open. But I literally pried it open, and I got inside my RV. But unfortunately, I can't tell you the frustration when the door doesn't shut and stay shut, because the lock doesn't lock. There is a deadbolt that I was managing to get working, so I got the door shut and locked for the night. But in the morning, when I get up and do things and go outside, I'm cool. But on Monday, I've got to drive down the highway with a broken door. I mean, is it going to fly open? Is it going to, whatever? I got to figure out a way to bungee it, or at least tape it shut, because I don't want it to fly open in travels. And Camping World is working with me. I got to admit, but they're short-staffed, and today they only took messages. And Larry called me back, about the issue with the sway bar that I lost. It's my fault, not no one else's. And you put it on the ground or whatever, and you go about your business, and you come back to where you think you left it, and it's not there. And I looked everywhere for it, everywhere, and I couldn't find it. So I'm missing a sway bar, and it's going to cost me $187 to $84 rather to replace. But they're going to do it. Larry's going to work with me on it. And then in the video you'll see my tire getting replaced, because I was this morning I was going to go to Camping World to drop off my RV, but I ran over some debris in the campsite here that shouldn't have been there, and tore a hole in the siding of my tire, and it blew really bad. And I limped it over to the gate and parked it where people could get around me, and called in for Good Sam's Roadside service, which I'm an elite member of apparently, and they came right out and changed the tire. And now I've got to deal with getting a replacement for my spare tire, which I'm going to go to National Tire and Battery, and tomorrow. They're closed Sunday, so I guess I'll do it Monday. But I'm not going to travel cross country and not have any way to repair a tire. I got to get a breaker bar and a socket 21 millimeter so that I can change my tire if I need to. It's a minor thing. Tools are tools. So I'll at least have that method available. I didn't have it today, and no matter how strong I am, I couldn't break the nuts loose. I didn't have a breaker bar. And I tried. I stomped on it. I hit it with a hammer and didn't even budge. Plus, I was not using a millimeter wrench, which, it worked to a point. It grabbed it, but it was a little jiggly, not tight fit like a 21 millimeter would be. And so Jay, the guy that came out, I filmed him quite extensively. You'll see that in the video. And I tried my best to keep him in focus and in frame, but I'm an amateur. What can I say? And you have to see this to believe it. I mean, all the things that are going on with the new RV that you buy. And I was going to get it inspected before I bought it. It was about a $450 fee. And I should have done that. I should have done that. They would have told me everything that was wrong with this RV, which I found out the hard way. And it would have been well worth the $450, because now I got to go back and forth. I spent like already $100 in gas just going to Hampton Roads in Virginia Beach to Camping World. Not to mention all the time and aggravation. I spent almost 6 hours there yesterday, and then I had to come back in traffic. It was like worse than going into DC and coming back from DC during rush hour. Oh, it's worse. Virginia drivers, there's no milk of human kindness in any of them whatsoever. I literally had to force myself into a lane at the last minute before I ran out of merge traffic. They were determined to keep me out of there, and I said, I'm coming. I got a big old RV and a big truck. You can block me if you want. It ain't working. And they backed off, but only after I forced the issue. I mean, I was fine with it ramming them. I mean, I got insurance, and they weren't, so they backed off and let me in. But it took that effort on my part to get in the lane and merge and go on my bay. Was I tired? Was I frustrated? Was I angry? Was I upset? All of them, yeah, I was. And if you've ever been in a situation like that, the one thing that kept me from being really ballistic was the fact that there was no need. I mean, life is life. You just accept it and calm yourself and think about things a little deeper than, you know, the way that it worked out to be. And when I finally settled down and turned on my tunes and sat back and just relaxed, everything was cool. I got back to my site, I parked my RV, and I went to bed, basically. So that is the intro to what you're about to see in this rather lengthy video, if I can get it put together. I'm still working on my skill set. And without further ado, okay, I found it. Right button. I'm still struggling with that, believe it or not. Okay, it's March the 4th, and for the last 4 days I have had nothing but pain and misery out of this RV. Pain and misery. I was exiting the park, and I'm not sure what the fuck happened, but I was coming out of this place and heard this loud pop. And I think what happened is I ran over that right there. Looks like I did. And that's what broke my... Well, let's go this way, I'll show you. Apparently someone else is running over there too, that's what happened. Okay, not too far to the right. And so, I was planning on going back to Coleman because my electricity is still giving me grief. I didn't have any power outlets last night, I couldn't charge anything. And now I got this to deal with. Yep, my day is starting out like any other day of the past 4 days. Fucked up. Alright, let me finger this out. Oh, it's okay. I can overcome. I'm pretty sure I can. Okay. I've been sitting here for 3 hours waiting on to, I guess, whatever they're doing to get fixed my tire. I called Camping World and they don't have anybody at the shop to work on it. So I got two choices. I can go back to my camp after the tire's fixed, but I don't have any electricity. So what I'm planning to do is drive it up there and park it and drop it off. And then I'm going to I guess find a hotel and I'll probably be there all weekend. But at least I'll have power, and at least I'll have a shower and something to do, you know, hot water and that kind of crazy shit. But this is a brand new RV, and I've been having nothing but problems out of it. Absolutely insane. And then I get all upset. This morning I'm in a hurry to get there, and then, even if I had gotten there, there's nobody there to fix it. Meaning the RV. So I'm gonna go ahead and drive up to Camping World, regardless of what time it is. I'm gonna leave the camper there, and I'm gonna go find a hotel and relax. Just, you know, bite the bullet. That's all I can do. Meanwhile, I'll have power. I'll keep you updated. I'm so frustrated right now. Where's the damn button? Oh, there it is. Well, my tow truck is here. What's up, dude? You don't mind if I film this, do you? I'm a YouTuber. I'm glad to meet you. Very simple. The only problem is I'm a strong man, but I can't get those bolts loose. The hell know how well I jumped on it, I stood on it, I prayed over it. Dang! Let me get you a little shade here. Slide out. What's your head? That sun's hot.
How does it go be?
Well, right now it's 60. But the sun's hot. Oh, that's not supposed to happen. Okay. I'm not sure what happened. You know, this is a new RV. I had nothing but issues with it at all. I mean, ridiculous. I had it jacked up, but I just couldn't get those bolts loose. I'm not sure what's going on with my awning. That's just the way it's supposed to be.
I think it's about what, about a 19 or a 21?
So 3/16.
316. 21.
What was it?
21 millimeters.
Oh. Man, you make that look easy.
I done did it a couple times before.
Holy crow.
You got a breaker bar?
I do not. I will go get one though.
Let's see, get you a breaker bar. And as you see, you're probably going to have to get you an extension like this to put on it so you can come past this.
Yep. I guarantee you I'm going to have all that breaker bar business gone. It's a 20 millimeter?
Oh, it's 21.
21 millimeter? Why is it millimeter?
I don't know, but I learned because at first I had the standard set when I first started doing this job. But I soon learned that mostly everything's in millimeters. The most ones I'm going to use is a 17, 18, 19, 21, and for big trucks are 22.
Wow.
Yeah, I broke my back when I was in the Army, and they pinned it back together. I'm not supposed to lift anything heavier than 10 pounds, but I can't help it. I mean, life is life. Everything weighs over 20 pounds.
Everything.
I'm not supposed to sit or stand too long, and you know, I got to alternate. It almost paralyzed me.
Glad it did.
Me too.
Might need you to get back out there and help us fight this upcoming war.
So you really think it's going to go to war?
With who we got in office, yep. Put Trump back in there.
That would be nice.
I told him don't let him out the first time. He ain't a politician, he a businessman.
Yep.
We don't need a politician in there.
Nope.
We got a deficit. Put the businessman back in there. Y'all might not like what he said.
Okay, can you? It goes over back here. I'll get it. I mean,
No. You want me to put that tool back on there?
the what? Yes. Okay. I gotta buy a new tire now because I ain't running around the world without me with a spare.
Oh, no, don't do that. The cruiser for a bruise is doing it.
Huh. I figured out what's wrong with my awning. I didn't tighten those bolts there.
Oh, okay. Breaker bar.
Ah.
So if you're gonna do it with the breaker bar, like I say, the company, the tire, and all that, get you an extension.
Oh man, that's nice. Look at that. I'm definitely getting a breaker bar. Harbor Freight sells them, right?
That's where I got it from. The Harbor Freight.
I went in there for the first time. I was like a kid in the candy store, man. I must have bought $300 worth of tools.
Show how you be in the life. Man, only this much?
It's cheaper than Walmart.
And I love their return policy.
Yeah, you bring it 30 days, you got it, man. Oh, I see what you're doing. Oh, I see now. I wanted to put this back on. How do you get it out? Oh, you got to push it out. Glad I could help.
It wasn't over 10 pounds.
How long you been doing this?
About 3 years.
Wow. What got you into it?
Oh, the pandemic hit. I was a maintenance supervisor for government subsidy housing. And going in people's houses got me sick.
My goodness. Was COVID? Huh. I never did catch it, and I never wore a mask. Except for when I went to the hospital with my wife.
I feel like I ain't get sick till I started wearing the mask.
Well, yeah, you get hypers.
Yeah. Started messing with my breathing and stuff.
That's why I didn't wear a mask.
And after that, I was just like...
It's called hypoxia. That's what it is.
I was just like, I'd rather be out in the open. And I started this business.
How do you do your taxes?
1099 contract.
Is it easy or hard?
If you ain't keeping all your receipts, it's hard.
You must have a filing system from hell.
You know, a filing cabinet, a Rubbermaid tote, track my miles. I really only use that truck for this. I don't use it as my personal because I ran my personal truck down messing with this one. I had to go get a new one.
Okay.
Alright, where you want this side to go?
In the back there. I got the thing. It's on that little mount. Be careful, these I'll hold them for you. And there's a little bar there that goes between them.
The bar goes on now or after?
No, before after.
Okay.
Gravity works every time.
Every time.
This was the easiest one to take off. I mean, it was about finger tight. You got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh, you gotta hold it, I guess. I'm sorry. How you like my trailer?
Love it.
2023. Everything went wrong with it. Electricity, plumbing.
For real?
For real, yeah. The day I drove it off the lot, I started having plumbing problems.
As long as it's still under warranty.
Yep. As long as you don't fix it. You know, getting an appointment to have your RV fixed is worse than getting a doctor's appointment these days. Don't tighten that too tight. There we go. There we go. Perfect.
So you won't lose.
Here you go. Thank you, man. It'd be more about it, bro. Thanks to Biden.
Inflation.
Oh, hell yeah. I'll buy you a cup of coffee. Wait, you need 25 cents more. I went to Starbucks and that small coffee was $6.
Yeah.
$6.
Everything's on there.
Hell yeah. Well, I used to buy for 30, I have to buy for 40 or 50 now.
I looked at
You want to see inside?
a 2020 model. It died in Portsmouth, and they said they wanted $23,998 for a 45 down, $250 a month. And it was about this size because I was thinking about going back into construction, and I was like, versus me spending my per diem on a hotel or Airbnb.
There you go.
See, me and
I paid $15.99 on that one. $15,999. My payments are about 400 and something a month. But it's my home.
Got everything that you need. You got a kitchen, shower, 3-burner range.
Now if everything would just work. Brand new RV. Can you imagine that? Oh yeah, man. I'm hooked up for boondocking. I also got a $2,000 watt, 2,000 watt inverter in there. I can plug everything in. That's what I'm using now because none of my outlets on the RV work.
You got the winter ride get up under the bottom of the
I do not, because I do not plan to be in winter.
Yeah, but the one else I said there was like
Yeah, the
HVAC system. And when you put the heat on, if you somewhere cold, it actually dumps heat up under the bottom of the unit to keep all your pipes on.
interesting. Yeah, yeah. This is just a rock solid RV buy, and I couldn't. You know, I bought it during they had one of those little RV shows.
Yeah.
That's where I bought it, and they said I got a deal on it, and I'm thinking.
Yeah, that what you just told me. You got a steel on it. Say, can't beat it with a stick.
You could, but the stick would break.
Oh, sir, you have a nice day.
All right, mate.
It was nice.
All right, Jay. Is it Ray or Jay? Jay. Jay. All right, Jay. Thanks again for helping me out, bud. And that was Jay. Very talkative, friendly fellow. I was really surprised. Well, my tires fixed. I just got to get a new spare now. Let me pack this stuff up that I have everywhere. Where's the button? There.